Hey, say money brings out who people truly are. But in my family, entitlement always got there first. The ballroom glittered like a scene built to worship excess. Crystal chandeliers, velvet chairs, gold leaf on every surface. Carlos' wedding wasn't a celebration. It was a coronation. My parents' golden son rising to his rightful throne. Meanwhile, I stood near the back, dressed sleek, posture composed, trying not to feel like a guest at my own execution. Elena. I didn't need to turn. My mother's voice always carried the scent of judgment. Gardenia perfume, cold pearls, and sharpened disappointment. She appeared beside me like a queen gliding to address a misbehaving courtier. My father flanked her, jaw carved of stone, hands clasped behind his back like the world owed him applause for simply existing. "We want to talk somewhere private," she murmured. The music continued, violins shimmering like silver threads. Laughter burst across tables. Champagne glasses clinked. And I followed them into the hallway, because habit is a hard cage to break. My father didn't ease into the blade. He plunged it. "Carlos and Vanessa will be moving into your penthouse after their honeymoon." No hesitation. No courtesy. Just expectation wrapped in command. What? My voice didn't break. Proud of that. My mother nodded, smile tight like a stitched wound. "They'll need space to start their life. You're just one person, darling. It makes perfect sense. Translation: you built a life we didn't approve of, so we'll take it now." I blinked once, then twice. The air shifted. The world rearranged. I stared at them, two strangers I once mistook for parents. "You think," I said slowly, "that I'm handing over the home I worked years for? The one you never supported me building?" My mother's eyes hardened. "Don't be dramatic. Family shares. Funny how family only shares when it's your turn to bleed." "I'm not giving you my home," I whispered. That was the moment. The crack. The fracture. The irreversible shift in the universe. My father's jaw twitched. A muscle in his cheek pulled like a trigger cocking back. "Elena," he said, voice low, warning disguised as disappointment, "don't embarrass us." But the humiliation they feared wasn't mine. It was theirs. I looked back at the golden room, the orchestra, the towering floral arrangements. And I realized something simple and terrifying: there is no dignity in loyalty to people who feed on you. So I smiled. For the first time that night, I truly smiled. "I'm not your property," I said. And the world, for once, finally aligned with the truth. I returned to the reception. I tried to blend in, tried to breathe. But betrayal hangs in the air like smoke. The father of the groom toast began. My dad lifted his glass, pride dripping from every syllable as he praised Carlos. Then his tone shifted, eyes locking on mine like a spotlight-turned weapon. "Some people," he said loudly enough for half the ballroom to hear, "don't understand sacrifice. They only care about themselves." A hiss through the room. Heads turned. He was talking about me. He wanted to shame me. Public obedience or public punishment. That was always the rule. I stood slowly. Calm. Controlled. "My purse is in the coat room," I lied. I started walking. His voice sparked behind me. "Sit down." I didn't. That was when it happened. His hand cracked against my face so hard the music died mid-string. Glasses froze halfway to lips. A bride gasped. A child cried. Silence collapsed over the room like shattered crystal. My cheek burned. My ears rang. My heartbeat roared in the emptiness. He hit me. At his son's wedding. In front of 200 people. For defiance. I didn't speak. Didn't tremble. Didn't collapse like they expected. I touched my cheek, met his eyes, and whispered, "You just lost me." Then I walked out. Alone. No one followed. Not my parents. Not my brother. Not the relatives who'd rocked me as a child. No one. My phone buzzed nonstop later. Not to check on me. Not to ask if I was okay. To call me selfish. To tell me I owed them. To demand I be reasonable. Family group chats filled with plans. Paint swatches. Furniture measurements. A moving date. All for my home. Like a vulture pre-ordering its meal before the animal dies. They thought intimidation would break me. But something else happened instead. The fear died. And once fear dies, control follows. Day 3, 9 a.m. doorbell. Carlos and Vanessa on my doorstep. She had a tape measure. He had iced coffee. For himself. "We're measuring the living room," she chirped, breezing forward like she owned the air in my apartment. I blocked her path. Carlos rolled his eyes. "Don't start. Mom already told everyone you're giving it to us." That sentence snapped something clean inside me. "You think a slap changes ownership?" I asked quietly. He shrugged. "You know how Dad gets. Don't ruin things for everyone." The familiar script. Abuse excused. Victim blamed. Comfort for the golden child prioritized above the dignity of the unwanted one. "You need to leave," I said. Vanessa scoffed. "It was a family argument." Family argument. Right. And hurricanes are gentle breezes. I shut the door in their faces. Their pounding echoed, but eventually faded. I sat in silence, breathing, feeling my cheek sting again, phantom pain reminding me what was at stake. Then I made 2 phone calls. My attorney, my financial advisor. The gears began turning. I wasn't going to beg. I wasn't going to plead. I wasn't going to justify existing. I would build walls. Paper walls. Legal walls. Truth as weapon walls. I gathered texts. Recorded calls. Filed harassment notes. Documented everything. When you grow up in a family like mine, you learn early, survival isn't emotional. It's strategic. This time, I wasn't surviving. I was ending the game. On my terms. My parents escalated. A certified letter demanding property transfer. A group chat named Elena's penthouse handover. 12 relatives adding celebratory emojis. They didn't even see me as a person. Just a resource they forgot they didn't own. Then the message, family meeting at Elena's home. Friday, 7 p.m. She will sign. My laugh startled even me. Quiet. Sharp. Almost pitying. Friday came like a storm rolling over skyscrapers. Rain hammered the windows. Thunder shook the sky, like the world was drumming its fingers in anticipation. My building lobby felt like neutral ground in a war. Security stationed quietly. My lawyer beside me. My business partner reviewing files. My financial advisor cool as glacier ice. When the elevator opened and my family poured in, umbrellas dripping, my mother clutched paint samples. My father clutched legal papers. Carlos smirked. They came to take. They didn't know I had already taken back my power. "Let's get this over with," my father snapped. "Yes," I said, "let's." And politely opened the door to my living room, where a table of neatly printed binders waited. The truth isn't loud. It's quietly devastating. My home, I began, voice even, is not available for transfer. My father laughed. "You don't have a choice." My attorney slid forward documents like playing cards in a final poker hand. Restraining order filings. Ownership records. Corporate stake documents. Security footage. Threat recordings. Carlos skimmed a page and went pale. "What is this?" I looked him dead in the eye. 30% ownership in your company, Carlos. I hold it. The room exhaled in one stunned breath. "And this building?" I continued. "I own it." Silence. "But you had nothing," my mother whispered, disbelief cracking her perfect facade. "No," I stepped forward. "I had no one." "That's different." I faced them all. "You mistook my independence for excess. My silence for obedience. My success for something you could claim." I motioned toward the door. "Tonight, you lose access. To my home. To my life. To me." My father shook his head. "You can't just cut your family off." "I didn't," I said softly. "You severed it the second you raised your hand." The storm outside roared as if applauding. "Leave." One by one, they did. Small. Uncertain. Exposed. Vanessa paused. "I didn't know." "I'm sorry." And for the first time that night, kindness didn't feel like weakness. "I hope you build a better family than the one you married into," I said. She nodded and stepped into the rain. The door clicked shut. Peace felt like oxygen after years underwater. Morning light spilled across the city like forgiveness. I stood barefoot by the windows, coffee warm in my hands, breath steady, body light. No buzzing phone. No guilt texts. No performance. Just space. Real space. Owned. Earned. Protected. Later, I signed a donation agreement. Scholarships for students with no safety net. For kids like me. For fighters. I said yes when they asked to put my name on it. I no longer needed to hide my success to earn love. In the quiet of my penthouse, sunlight touching my bruised cheek, I whispered to myself, freedom doesn't always come softly. Sometimes it arrives with a slap. Not as pain, but as awakening. Family isn't born. It's chosen. It's built. It's earned. And sometimes, losing people isn't loss at all. It's release. I didn't look back. The city stretched glittering before me. My life. My creation. My future. And for the first time in 3 decades, I was mine.